right, so we're gonna start off the second round right now. Let me open up the screen so you can see the list so far. So after round one, we have Prince off the board with the first overall pick. We got Michael Jackson. Mike Jackson's the second pick. I got The Voice, Whitney Houston. Shalli has Bruno Mars, aka Bruno Bars. And we got Mary J as the final pick of the first round. So you're gonna start off round number 2, Chris.
Yes.
Who you got?
This one was hard for me because I had somebody else, and then I went back. I went back and I thought about this person. I looked this person up a little while ago. I won't say what he was on just yet, but I looked him up and I knew he was powerful, but I didn't realize how powerful until he was on this show. And I was like, no, I got to go with him, man. I got to go with him. Like, he's just too much of a powerhouse. When you see what he wrote and what he produced, I mean, Jesus Christ, his family has like stupid money. They got generational, like his grandkids will be good. You know what I mean? And that's Babyface, man. I gotta go with a producer. I gotta go with a producer. I had somebody else, I won't say just in case somebody has him, but when I looked at his track record, not only what he produced, but I didn't even know certain songs, like he wrote certain songs. I mean, this guy is phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
Phenomenal, man. I was like,
for a long time too.
Yeah. And that was when he was on when he did Verses. When he did Verses, it made me go and look him up. And when I looked him up, I was like, holy shit. Like, he's a monster. Like, he's a monster, man. I had to go with him. Get my producer off the board before somebody else. I know you guys know your music, so I was like, I know somebody's coming for him. So let me get him off the board now. I got you back. Nice. I'm happy it's you. Good. You got my Whitney. I got Babyface, but he's phenomenal.
Actually, he's producing new records right now. Like, he has a song with Kalani. He has like a whole slew of new records that he's producing, and all the covers of the records have him in the background somewhere, like pouring a drink or something. It's like he's a visionary as well as a producer and a writer, like, which is cool for then and now. Mm-hmm. He's not lost his touch. So, and vocally as well, he's great.
Yeah, incredible.
Solid pick.
Yes, Chris.
He's amazing, man. He's amazing. I had to take him off the board. Like I said, I was going elsewhere first, and then I thought about it. I was like, man, this guy, like, I'd be crazy to bypass this guy because somebody's gonna snatch him. You know what I mean? Not anymore.
Because I was looking at it like, I got Whitney Houston, I got The Voice. Who would be the perfect producer for Whitney Houston? That's why I'm like, oh, this is easy. This is easy right here.
And then along came Chris.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, damn it. But
it's hard. It's hard to choose. It's so hard to choose.
Yeah.
Just wait till the later rounds. It's gonna be real hard.
yeah. It's good. That's what I said. It's gonna be very interesting.
Dig deep.
But the
thing is, I'm sure they're all talented people. That's what makes something like this so much fun. We're not picking bums. You know?
No, they're not.
Like, they're all talented people, man.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And it's funny because he spans 5 decades basically, right? From the 80s to now. He recently has a song with LMA. Just I know he did a video.
Yes,
for it,
he
right?
does.
Yeah. And you're like, this guy's still
serious.
I'm like, man, this is awesome. I didn't know that he produced Ariana Grande's one of her albums.
Yeah.
No clue.
Really?
I had no idea. Yeah. Had no idea. And I mean, then you got to get into the whole Face Records.
Yeah.
That catalog, crazy.
TLC and all these people.
Tony Braxton and it's monstrous.
Yeah. Like the other day, I mean, it's a simple song, but it's always done something for me. It's just, there's something about that song where bringing it in the mix, especially back in the day, has always done something for me. And it's, maybe I shouldn't say this song because somebody might have the artist. Never mind.
Stop right there. Don't do it. Stop right there.
You know what though? When he I gave him his ultimate respect when he did the song with the Change the World with Eric Clapton. Like when I saw like the songwriting for that, I'm like, I was like, yo, this is a nice song. And then when I heard it was those Babyface that, like he produced the whole thing or whatever, I'm just like, oh wow.
Wow.
I didn't know he was,
Well, listen to this. End of the Road from Boyz II Men and Mama.
Yeah.
I mean, think about this, just this alone. And then My by Johnny Gill.
Yep.
Like, what?
You stop naming people, man, right?
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
You need to stop. Cal, can you mute Chris right about now?
Done.
Guys out here, I'm dropping jewels everywhere. Let's go.
My bad. But listen, I'm doing myself a disservice because everybody I drop, most likely I'm in the back of the line to get them.
That's fair. That's fair.
She's just dirty in the pool for everybody else. That's basically what's happening here.
No, I'm helping everybody else. I'm messing myself up.
Oh no, I'm trying to go somewhere. So like, all right, we can get there.
There's lots to choose from, guys. Come on.
Very true, but we're being selfish. We want them all. We want
very
them
selfish.
All. We want
trying to win,
all.
Man.
So, Shalli, you got the next pick of the second round. Who do you have?
Since we're talking about producers, I'm not really worried about people taking this person because I have a feeling people don't know who this person is, but I'm taking D Mile, or I don't know if to call him D Millie. He's D Ernest Mile II. He produces for her, Justin Bieber, Lucky Day, Mally Music, Chris Brown, Alicia Keys, Silk Sonic, and he's only 35.
Wow.
So he's actually, he also produced the Carter's Project with Beyonce and Jay-Z. So he has like a huge range of production that span from classic, almost old school sounding R&B to like super modern, like hip hop stuff. And he's my producer pick. It's D''Mile. And for those of you who are listening, Google him. And you'll understand why he is a very, very solid pick for me.
I know that. Yeah, I know that producer. As you said that now. Yes.
Serious. And he's worked with a lot of the greats as well.
These producers are going early off the board, man. I'm getting a little nervous, especially Keo, because I have a feeling you're going to pick this person that I'm thinking of.
That's a good pick, though.
I had to do some research about
but still, nevertheless, that's a good pick, man.
Yeah, because we have, you know what it is like, I think in the 90s and even in the early 2000s, there were certain producers that were they were artists as well. So everybody kind of knew them. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of other producers. And especially now, there's so many like key producers that people don't even realize are even producing for some of our favorite like older artists or have been that, you don't hear their names. So it's like, you got to like research like songs and projects that you like to find out like who's producing, right? So that's what I had to do. And this guy is versatile, very
nice.
Good.
No, the work with Bruno Mars is definitely on top. And then like again with Silk Sonic, like that's on fire. No, I agree. You know what's funny, because recently, because I'm a little bit of a nerd. I'm a nerd when it comes to songwriting and who produced what and which studio did they record in? I'm a nerd for that. So when they had the CDs back in the day, I can tell you, they recorded this on Electric Lady. They recorded this. I'm that nerd when it comes to that stuff. So like I'm glad Spotify they're able to go and see the show credits. And so I've seen that name. but I didn't put it together to see all the work they've done. But no, it's a good pick.
That's big.
After we're done, I swear I just want to like go through some of the picks that we didn't choose. I have some picks I think that some of you definitely will choose for producers. But if you don't, I want to
okay. Like
it would be fun.
Honorary mention.
Yeah, because there's so many great talented people.
We're gonna do that. So I don't know if you can see the chart, but we're gonna have a backup here.
Okay.
So that's gonna be your top honorable mention pick, or if your group be fighting. If they be fighting, somebody says, "I'm out of here." Yeah, I don't want to work with Keo anymore, and I'm gone.
Yes.
Who's that person you're gonna select and put in the person's place?
Okay, perfect. Perfect.
I'm leaving that one for that. Seeing we're going this producer route, I didn't think the producer is going to be going this early, so now I'm a little nervous now because again, I got The Voice, so I gotta have somebody that caters to The Voice. you know, again, I want to be living in these castles. I got these jets. I got my yacht with my yachting channel on Sirius XM. So I got to preserve that at all costs. You know, so who's the artist? Who's the producer? Who's the person that could cultivate this? Plus, make sure everybody else I pick going forward is going to be, you know, blessed with classic, legendary tracks and hits. So there's a list to go from. I'm so tempted to pick another singer. I'm very tempted, but I got Keo behind me, and I have a feeling I know where he's gonna go. And if he doesn't go the first round, he's gonna the second round. He might pick him the third round, and he might be gone by the time I cater to that voice, right? So I think about this person. They've been in the game at least 4 decades. They go on the hip hop and R&B spectrum on both at an elite level. They're in the Songwriter Hall of Fame. He was very mad when he couldn't get his verses battle going on with Puffy. You know, I'm dropping hints here. So I gotta do it because I know this producer here is gonna cater to the voice and cater to everybody else. So this is where I'm like, I have my list, but depending on where you guys go is where I'm gonna go. I'm like Bruce Lee right now. I'm flowing. Be water, as they say, right? So I gotta go with Jermaine Dupri.
Oh yes, okay, true. He's worked with Mariah. He's worked with a lot of people.
Yep, he's and I mean, he just recently, you know, put out hits with Ari Lennox, right?
And Division. He's worked with Division. Yep. Oh, sorry for calling names. Oh, sorry.
It's all good. But who hasn't he worked with? That's the question too, right? Yeah. Who hasn't he worked with? But I was very tempted to pick another artist, but I'm like, you know what? I know that this producer could, if I decide to go with another artist that floats on both the hip hop and R&B style, I know he's got it. Yeah, and if I need those ballads, if I need those ones that's gonna get me my castle in England and France and you know, and Spain, like he's gonna cater to that too. So
that's a great pick.
Yeah, so I gotta go with Jermaine Dupri on that one.
All right,
great pick. Didn't you start off dancing for Houdini?
He did.
Yes, he did.
Oh, yeah, he's a little baby back then.
Yeah,
I saw that footage.
The history with these guys, man. These guys paid their dues. Sometimes we forget. Backup dancer with Houdini. Wow.
What's amazing with him too is he I heard a story about how he got on with Crisscross. He basically found them in a mall.
Yeah.
He was shopping and saw a bunch of people following them in the mall and like, who are these people? He thought they were stars already. Like they're just regular kids. And he's like, no, I'm gonna do something with these guys. And that was it. That was it. That was it from there. I mean, he's worked with so many people. I don't want to mention the names because I don't want to put idea in Kevin and Keo's heads. So I'm just not going to say anything. But yeah, I got to go with Jermaine Dupri on this. I thought maybe produce. I was looking at the third round, but Chris, man, Chris was that baby face. I was taking baby face.
Yeah, you was.
Oh, you just got told, man. You just got told.
It's all good. It's all good. I got what he used to prove, so don't worry. I'm not
That's a big one.
I'm not even that one. All right, so Keo, who do you got as your?
I was gonna do the Watch This Dance, but we're just gonna go with Usher right now, right? We're picking Usher. He's gonna be the backup to Michael Jackson. We could go together, Usher. Gonna kill it right now.
Oh my gosh!
You already know Usher's track record for all the songs. Wherever Bird, you go down the list, right? He's done, and he's a baby Michael Jackson. Vocal range is good. They'll fit together sonically. It'll sound good. He had his own main stage by himself. So that's my pick. I'm going with Usher right now. That's my pick.
Can you imagine the competition between the two of them dancing?
There's some footage online of actually Usher.
That happening, right?
Yeah, of Usher getting up on stage and dancing. And then what's that comedian again? Can't remember his name.
Chris Tucker.
Yeah, coming on stage and then like Michael Jackson falling down laughing and Usher's like on stage too. That was so good though. But you know what? Usher's humble to Michael because he looked up to Michael. Like, so I think he would learn. Yeah.
I'm trying to build a team right now.
That's a good one.
I got a plan.
Dancing supergroup. Okay.
I got a plan. Don't worry, I got a plan.
That Justin Bieber move was smart though, man.
Oh, he's genius.
Mm-hmm.
Very,
Money.
very smart.
I got to tell you though, Keo, Usher kind of broke my heart though. I understand on a business side, I understand why he went that route.
Yeah.
But I was a huge Usher fan until he kind of went, kind of dance music. He lost me. Like, I was like, come on, man. Like, that was my guy. And,
I think that he's part of the downfall for R&B for that time, like early 2000s.
You know what's funny? Apparently, he said that someone else was a downfall for R&B, who I'm not going to mention their name because he could be in this category too. You know what? Like, I as an artist, I fit into the category of what I call R&B pop. And it's been happening for years. Technically, Michael Jackson is in that category. You know what I mean?
He's definitely pop.
So it's just whatever's at the time. Whenever someone pushes it so far to the edge, they get celebrated, but they also get criticism, and it kind of is. It can be uncomfortable. You know what I mean? But there's someone else that Usher said was pretty much what you're saying. He is, but I'm not gonna say his name because he could fit here too, and I'm not on camera.
But Shalli, I agree with you. But here's where the side that I come from. When you started off in the urban, like us, like you started off like, for the brothers and sisters, to me, I don't mind when you go dance, but you gotta split it. I felt he lost it for me. Like, he wasn't giving me enough. Well, back in the days, we used to call 1 o'clock joints at the club. At the club after 1 o'clock, we hitting you in the head with some thumpers. He lost that for me. Yeah. You understand what I mean? You can only play like that, like house music and dance music for so long, especially in certain crowds. So for me, he lost that. Coming from a DJ background and somebody who, my favorite music is ballads. Like I Kevin, I think I told you this before. If I had to sell all my records, I would sell everything before I sell my slow collection.
Yeah.
Like, my slows to me from like the 70s on up is epic to me. So a guy like that, to me, like, when you're not making tracks like that and club joints, like one in the morning joints anymore, you lose some points for me, man. And again, that was my guy. It hurt me to see when he went in that direction. I got it.
Hold on though. I mean, I'm gonna have to try to contradict your. I see where you're coming from.
Come good.
But you gotta keep in mind, the decision he made sense at the time because he had to stay relevant to what was trending. And that dance, David Guetta, a beachy kind of EDM sound was.
No, but you missed my point though, Kevin. But Kevin, you missed my point. What I'm saying is, I don't mind you going that route. I get it. As a business person, as a businessman or woman, I get it. But you gotta be versatile. To me, he stopped showing his versatility. Because to me, he went one route. Like, he went for the money, but forgetting this part of what made him. That's how I felt. I felt like what made him got put to the backdrop. And everything that he was pumping out was just dance, 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 dance. I was waiting, like, come on, Usher. Like, give me a couple of tracks.
But you gotta keep in mind too what the swing that radio took was going in that direction.
Drastic. 2010.
Shalli may attest to this, that if you're putting out, if you want to stay true and to your art form, you may not get played for the next couple of years because that's not what's trending. So if you can ride that wave and then come back and bring it back to where your roots were, that makes sense.
I feel like I don't think he kept going forever with the dance.
Yeah, I don't think he didn't stick with the dance.
He just did like a theme for a period of time.
Because it was popping at that time. All those DJs were producers.
Yeah, and they were putting out some big records for the dance music.
Yeah, man, it was big.
He went too long, man. I'm petty.
So that song, So Many Ways to Love You, you think that's dance? Is that part of what you're talking about?
So many
ways to love you. Maybe that'll take it down. You know that song? You think that's dance? Oh.
Yeah, that's the kind of EDM-ish.
I don't.
Oh my God, that's the.
I
feel like he did that in his own way, though. I still feel like it's funky. And
no.
You know what I mean?
You have a point in terms of, because you can take a slow jam and throw you take a 60 BPM and throw a 120 beat.
Yeah, that was
behind it,
that.
and then boom, bam, you got a track. So I think that he did it his way, but in terms of the production, EDM was what was really trending at the time, and it took over the radio.
Big deal.
So it made sense to go with that, stay relevant, and then just come back to your roots when the time was right.
Yeah.
That's just how I see it. That's just how I see it. So.
Yeah. And listen, and again, like I said, on the business side, I get it.
Mhm.
On the music lover side, and as a DJ, I felt abandoned. I was like, yo, like, come on, man. Like,
Just
give me some club bangers. So, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, for us, don't forget about us.
Yeah.
You know, like, we want some bangers too. You know, like a lot of his tracks I couldn't play at my parties. If I played the parties I was being hired to play for, if I played some of his tracks, I would get a bottle in my head.
Oh wow.
You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
I like what if I did like certain events, you know, yeah, but for like our events, I couldn't play all that stuff, man.
It's a hard thing. By the time he reeled it back, maybe like fans like yourself were like, "I'm afraid you already didn't want to play it. Yeah, you're not interested anymore."
That's a good point, because by the time he came back, I wasn't checking for him to sing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? I mean, I'll always be an Usher fan, you know, or supporter, but it wasn't the same by the time he came back. It was like, yeah, that's all right.
All right.
You know what I mean? Whereas before it was like, oh, that's an Usher joint? You can't wait to play it or at least listen to it. Yeah. Now when you get an Usher joint, it's like, yeah, I'll get to it. I'll get to it later.
It's funny because when I think of like Usher right now, I think of like that was when he because he's around our age, like especially Keo, right? Like that was like end of high school, college for me when he was like hitting his stride and hitting his prime, right? So the My Way album, 8701.
Yeah, so Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah, that 7-year run. With JD.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Confessions was diamond, right?
Yeah.
That was diamond. It was diamond.
Confessions was a problem, man. That album was
classic.
Just ridiculous. And then on top of that, it's like that album is one of the great albums of this century for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, you can't deny the impact of that. And then too, you got to think like, you know, like anybody that's questioning like his skill set now, I think he's showing you with the Vegas shows right now. Yeah,
because he's got his show.
Yeah, he is like super sharp. That the NPR, the Tiny Desk, that performance is like that was awesome. Like the most viral thing of the summer.
Yeah,
that's what I'm sitting there like. That's anybody who's seen that, like, yo, like just a masterclass, right? 25-minute masterclass. Like, okay, guys, like this is what you got to come up to. Like, hurry up, I'm still here. You know, so and for people
still
like
intact,
voice can still dance, can still you know, like a master showman. And then with him, he's still at the age too where it's like just one hit album away, one song away from
game. Yeah, but he can go different genres. He can do different things. It's nothing limiting here.
Definitely a talent.
Yeah.
You know, definitely. And there was a time where the industry started to kind of push that somebody else was you know, the R&B.
Next Usher.
It pissed me off.
Mm-hmm. The king of R&B.
The king of R&B. And I used to piss me off at one point because I was like, it's almost like there was a period where it's like they were trying to make you forget about Usher. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But those of us who know, like, nah, man, like, you know, there's rhythm and there's rhythm. You know what I'm saying? There's levels to this.
And it was probably around that time when he was signing like the Justin Bieber and all that stuff. And you know, becoming a part owner of the Cavaliers and stuff. Like, those are the things that I'm sure at that point, that's where, you know, you start hearing those little stories here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this guy's better, or this guy's better. And, you know,
because the industry is interesting. They'll put things like that out there. But if you sit down and pay attention, you catch him in the act right away. Yeah. You know, I used to always say the artist that they used to put out there as the king of R&B and stuff, I used to tell people, sit back and watch him. He's counting his steps. Right? When he's doing live shows, you can see him counting. But when you watch Usher, it's all rhythmic. He's just going with it.
You just feel it.
He's just going with it. There's levels. Yeah. So it's like, but the thing is, the masters don't catch that, so they go with what they're told. So there was a couple of years when this person, I'm not going to say the name, but was being heralded. A certain man used to piss me off badly.
Sound upset there, Chris? You need a moment or what?
I need a moment. I'm going to have to put down the water and go get a beer.
Now we know Chris is hot. Him have a hot head.
You know?
When you're ready. Don't mess with Chris, guy.
I hold grudges too, man. Don't worry, it's all good. I feel you.
It hasn't come out yet. In the later rounds, we'll hear about it.
All right, so wrapping up the second round, we got Wukup Productions here. Kevin, so we got some good names that's been selected so far.
Yes.
You don't have to be pressured to take a producer, but you got the next two picks anyway. So, you can start off the third round with one. I'm not telling you what to do. You can do whatever you want. But
no, you cannot tell me what to do.
Especially since I bought your CD.
There you go. You bought the CD.
I
Yes,
definitely can't tell you,
man. You support it.
I definitely can't tell you nothing. But no, but who's your pick for the second round?
My next pick, and I was wondering when the producer thing was gonna pop up, and seeing that Chris brought it and started it off on such a high note. I think it only fitting that I choose my next choice because of how diverse the production has been by these two gentlemen. One, they also are amazing songwriters. They are musicians. They have launched many bands' careers. They've launched artist careers. Jam and Lewis.
Yeah.
Right. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
Yep, Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis. And they will work well with Prince if they can get past their beef. But in a sense, Prince launched their career because he fired them.
That's a good point.
Right?
That's a good point. And look at where they fell. What a great place to fall. You know what I mean?
Right? How can you? I mean, you fall from under the wings of Prince, and then you spread your own. You spread your own wings, and look at the amount of groups that they have made absolutely famous with their sound. You know what I mean? And they can do ballads. They can write the ballads. They can do like dancey-ish kind of house music as well. So, I mean, and club bangers. Should we talk about the albums that they've completed from top to bottom? So yeah, Jam and Lewis, most definitely.
That's actually one of my favorite production duos for sure. Like their sound is like they do something where it's modern and it's classic at the same time. And it's like very even the tougher songs, there's just I don't know, there's like they have these relaxing chords, like these signature Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis chords. It's awesome.
I mean, you can count the Minneapolis sound for that. I mean, Prince is the one who exposed them to all of that. But I find Chris, you being a DJ and Keo being a DJ as well, you find like Jam and Lewis always have these little 2-bar things that they throw in there. You know what I mean? You might have like a 4-bar, and then they have another 2, and then they go back to another 4.
Yeah.
The timing is kind of weird when you're mixing. You gotta be aware of that, otherwise you get kind of early.
Yeah, you gotta stay alert with
it. Though. You gotta definitely stay alert with these guys. And they do like the choppy kind of edit stuff, like how New Jack used to do it. They were like really part of that. So yeah,
powerhouses, man.
Oh yeah, definitely
powerhouses.
I can't argue with that. That was I mean, I guess there's a great list of producers here that I know they're definitely, like Shalli was mentioning before, the honorable mention conversations. There's definitely going to be a few that I'm gonna, after we make all our picks, I'm definitely going to be talking about. But I figured it wasn't going to be these guys because I figured somebody was going to pick them.
Oh yeah,
one of you guys and lady was going to pick them for
sure. Had to.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, they're incredible. They're incredible. So, wow, that's the end of round 2. Looking at, I want to take a look at this list one more time really quickly. Interesting. So,
I don't know. Maybe I'm biased, but I think Chris did well.
Chris did I. So for round 2, we got Babyface, D-Mile as a producer, Jermaine Dupri as my producer. If Keo's lucky, he's have to pay a fee to get Jermaine Dupri to work with Michael Jackson, Usher. But I figured Keo would be fine as Usher for the second.
I'm okay. I got my pick blocked. Don't worry, I'm okay.
He's fine. And
they're gonna do well in the studio. They'll be all right.
and Prince and Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, once they can have the meeting of the minds and have that broker their beef,
They'll be all right.
They're gonna, and even if they don't, they're gonna figure business is business and just
business is business. Exactly.
And they're just gonna clean up.
They can look past the beef. Trust me.
We know that. But looking at everybody's list so far, including mine, it's interesting. 2 rounds has gone by so far, and there's an elephant in the room.
Mm-hmm.
There's an elephant in the room. I won't mention it, but it's an elephant in the room.
All right.
We'll see where this goes.
Find out soon enough, I guess.
We'll see where this goes.